Sakamoto Days is notorious for its godly looking fights, but today I wanted to talk about one in particular that stands out to me, and that is this masterpiece right here. Shishiba vs Yotsumura has gotta be hands down one of the craziest fights I've read in 2022, and even talking about what's currently happening in the manga, this remains to be the best fight in the series. Before getting into the cool things about the fight, let's talk about who Shishiba and Yotsumura were leading up to this encounter. Shishiba is a super laid-back expert assassin who's a part of the order and is mainly known as the dude who's super lazy, and because of that people underestimate him. Unlike our protagonist Sakamoto, it seems like he has nothing to really lose and no real goal. Other than trolling Kashima and comedic relief scenes with Nagumo and Osaragi, we don't really get insight on Shishiba. That is, until Yotsumura enters the chat. With Yotsumura's appearance, Shishiba is at a complete shock and understands why 3 order members were assigned to the task. He then warned both Nagumo and Osaragi of him and that if they aren't careful, they'll die. By this point in the series, we've never seen Shishiba so cautious. He's not going to appear bamboozled, but we're not going to act like seeing Yotsumura didn't have bro flabbergasted. And it gets super intense when these two face each other yet again, with Shishiba now preparing to eliminate him along with his geisha partner. Yotsumura would call back to how this reminded him of that night when that mission went wrong, and this is probably where Shishiba got a scar, as it looks like a fresh wound, as Yotsumura then asks Shishiba if he forgot who gave him that scar on his chin. This line was super raw, however Shishiba's response was just as good, with him saying he doesn't remember, as Osaragi then comes in with the assist. She'd have to face Yotsu's umbrella side chick, and this allows Yotsumura and Shishiba to duke it out personally. Before engaging, Yotsumura would ask him what makes a strong assassin, to which Shishiba would say either a fanatical belief in killing or no belief in it at all. And after joking about bro having dementia, the two then proceed to engage, with Shishiba commenting how Osaragi for sure is on the side of enjoying killing, as we then see her completely embarrass the geisha, reminding the audience why she's still her. Anyway, as the fight progresses, we see Yotsumura comment about how Shishiba doesn't have a goal or purpose, to which Shishiba says as long as the streets are tidier than yesterday, that's more than enough for him. Similar to the likes of Kenso Nanami from Jujutsu Kaisen, all he wants to do is just get the job done and make a little difference day by day. And you'd expect Yotsumura to have a fanatical belief in killing, as you know, he seemingly murdered his wife in cold blood, or so we thought. You see, after Yotsumura's brief conversation with Shishiba, you'd expect Yotsumura to be just a bloodlusted freak, but it's revealed that he's doing all of this just for his son. And obviously he felt some type of way murdering his own wife, who married him just to say, oh yeah, all of this was just a lie. Yotsumura said how people who get their feelings mixed up tend to hesitate and even die, which Yotsumura on multiple occasions has been implied to almost die when confronting Shishiba, but Shishiba just always spared his life. This time he seemingly does the job, but then it's shown in the next chapter he leaves it up to luck, which leads into Nagumo finding and blackmailing Yotsumura, with Nagumo then confronting Shishiba and saying not killing him intentionally could lead into some serious consequences. This whole scene is super tense, as Nagumo is representing the opposite of Shishiba's beliefs, yet both are strong assassins in their own right, meaning Yotsumura's words didn't really contradict anything. As for Yotsumura himself, well, he was the subject of getting his feelings mixed up in the job, which led into his defeat with Shishiba and then Nagumo blackmailing him. With the basic analysis complete, I'd like to discuss the fight itself, as I do think it has not only some of the best panels in the series, but just the area around them makes the fight 10 times better. From Yotsumura having goons pop up and Shishiba pulling off the cleanest double kill of all time, to him sparking his hammers together to make light in the dark tunnel, and then Yotsumura seeing Shishiba use his hammers to see his reflection and evade his attack. And what's crazy about this is that at the start of the fight, Yotsumura is like, yo bro, what the fuck you doing with hammers? And bro showed him just exactly what he could do. The main thing to take away from this fight, however, is the different perspectives of strength in Sakamoto. We see those who are simply just demented and not caring to spare people allow them to get the job done, but we see those just as capable who don't go about it this way. And Yotsumura, who's considered a GOAT, is under a belief that he said makes you weak. And the whole manga is about a dude who went from being the GOAT by being an unstoppable killing machine to now drawing strength from those he's protecting. I feel like in general, seeing these different ideologies from members of the same group just gets you really thinking that this manga isn't just a fat peacemaker that has a bunch of funny moments in them. And that's one of the reasons why I love Sakamoto Days, and if I had to show anybody a fight to get them into this manga, besides Gaku versus Takamura just because of the sheer hype, I think I would show them this.